Back in the stew.
Back in the stew. Sunday in the stew.
Feels right.
Just
For
feels right.
where we should be. Sunday in the stew. SS.
Sunday in the stew, not looking our best, but
I mean, this might be our worst.
it's not. No, we've looked worse.
The hat and headband combo is just like woof.
But we've kind of been, the headbands have been making like a big appearance in all of our last
Yeah.
stuff.
Well,
Like,
you
people
wear
have
them a lot.
commented. They're like, oh, so you guys just wear matching headbands?
Yeah.
I'm like, I hope that's not what you're
I'm
getting.
like, no,
out
it's
of
just
this.
Sunday and my hair's dirty.
Right. No, it's just like I don't smell good. In this realm of not showering.
Yeah.
It's still going on. Anyway, so yesterday marked the 1 year anniversary. Anniversary seems like a celebratory word, but anyway, it's been exactly a year since our dad's car accident. So
yeah.
Emotions, feelings, like were you thinking about it all weekend? Like what was your sort of navigation around it?
So I don't know if I would have known like the date personally, but I knew because it was a friend of mine's birthday, and I was with her when it happened, and I had to like leave a year ago. So that sort of was on my mind, and I also think I didn't think that it was the anniversary, whatever the fuck, until I like thought until like that came into fruition, and I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. Like I definitely felt it in my body a lot, and like was having like a pretty down week, and I think I don't know, like mom and like texted me, and like I texted you a little bit too, just about that, and I think it's a little eerie in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's all right. I think feeling it in your body is so true. Look, I had like, I mean, I don't think this is related, but I had like crazy headaches this past week. I just felt like really off.
I felt very off too.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, that's not like a foreign feeling. I think we felt that way on and off for a while, but it's just interesting to like, there are now so many dates. I feel like it's like, okay, here was the date of the accident. Here's the date that he got diagnosed. Here's the date of first treatment, stuff like that. This one in my head, though, it really just sticks out because it's like after this happened, like everything changed.
Yeah.
Like even if it hadn't been brain cancer, if it had been something else, like it was just the first moment that I was like, oh, okay, something really bad just happened, and like we're gonna have to, like, this is just gonna forever alter the course of what's happening next.
No,
So
definitely.
that's a weird thing I think to grapple with. I don't know like exactly how I've been feeling about it or coping with it, but it's been interesting to think about like, okay, because I do feel like for the last year, it's like, oh, 1 year a day it was my bridal shower. 1 year ago today,
Yeah, especially
it
with
was
all your milestones.
yeah, it's like it was blah blah blah, and now it's sort of like, okay, we've now spent an entire 365 days. Ding. 365 days like with this as an all present constant just thing in our brain and in our lives. Yeah, cloud.
Yeah, I think that's really well said. I also just like it kind of bugs me out that like I think about times before then, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like the life pre accident, pre everything. I feel like we've been living it for so long, and now there's like I don't know, there's tangibly like the year anniversary of it, whatever. So
yeah.
That's just like a little bit of like a mind boggle to me.
Well, it's no longer a new thing.
Yeah,
like this is now something that like
this is just life.
Yeah. Like I think we were sort of forever branded by this last year.
Yeah.
Which is interesting to think about.
Like when I realized, I was like joking to one of my friends, and I was like, oh, that's funny, like 365 days ago like marked the worst year of my life, and they all were like got like a little awkward because I made it awkward.
Yeah.
But it's just really interesting. Like I do feel like it's been longer than that at sometimes, but I also don't. And I can't like I'll see like Snapchat memories or like things from like obviously this time, but then even like 5 years ago today, like the one I sent you of like us home making cookies with mom like for Easter 5 years ago today. And like I'm just like that feels like dystopian almost. Like it's like I don't know.
I feel like I've been spending more. No, it was definitely simpler. I feel like I've been spending more time this weekend thinking about just the last year and everything. Part of the time I've been spending is like almost mourning the like our lives before this was going on, because it just, like you said, it did feel so simple. It felt really easy. Like there were obviously good and bad things that were happening throughout the way, but nothing felt as huge, significant, like life changing as this. So it's interesting to like mourn for almost the I can't think of the right word, just like the arrogance or no sorry, ignorance.
Yeah,
it's yes, that's what I'm looking for, just the ignorance of the of our lives up until this point. It's like, oh, we were sweating the small stuff and freaking out about things that we probably didn't need to expend our energy on. And now it's like, I don't know about you, but my whole perspective on just like where I'm putting energy, how I'm thinking about things, what I'm doing day to day has changed drastically.
100%
in the last year.
No, I completely agree. And I don't know. It's weird to think about it, because do you feel like it's been more than a year or less? Because I like say both.
I think it depends on the day.
Yeah.
Like there are days when I wake up and I have a full, like, I don't know, 60 seconds. And then I'm like, oh, right, my dad has brain cancer.
Yeah.
Like that, sometimes it's not hard to remember because I am thinking about it all the time. It's hard to remember life before.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I feel like it feels like lifetimes ago.
Yes. It's hard to remember life before, but I also like, I don't think I've grasped this enough to ever feel like we've been dealing with it for so long that it feels normal. It doesn't feel normal. Does that make sense?
Yes. And I 100% agree. It doesn't feel normal. I don't think it's something I'm used to yet. Like, it's still sort of shocking.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'll ever not feel that way. But, like, what is the word that I'm trying to say? It's like, it feels fake still to me a little bit. Less so than it has. Like, I don't know. I guess it's a little more real now. But I really struggle to think about life pre-BBC, before brain cancer.
BBC.
Like BCE?
No, I got it.
What, the news channel? Come on.
Yeah, the news channel. Anyway.
We can probably cut that.
No, let's keep it.
Okay. But yeah, no, I think it's weird, and I had a pretty, like, bad week, to be honest. More in the beginning of the week.
Well, let's dissect that, because we didn't talk all week, which was so weird.
Maybe that's why I had such a bad week.
I'm sorry. I was traveling.
No, I actually, I don't know how to describe this. I had like a very needed, like, breakdown cry situation on Tuesday that
we did talk about this.
Initiated. I like sent you a picture of me crying. Like, of course, obviously you talked about this. I felt like just I don't know. It was like accumulation of things, and like stress and unknown, and like figuring out what I'm doing this summer and things like that. And it all just sort of like bubbled over.
Came to a head.
Yes, there was a cherry on top, and it was our sweet mother was on the other side of the phone while I was wailing. So,
but it happens. Like, it totally happens. And I think, like, we're in tune with our feelings and emotions, but I think there's so much subconscious that comes up when you hit an anniversary like this.
Yeah, like I physically felt that.
Yeah, like I was traveling. I was in LA for work, which was good because it's a distraction. Bad because I feel like I need to be, like, really on my game, and I don't feel like I was. But
I'm sure you were more than you think.
I hope so. But But I also got to see Lucy, which was amazing. Yeah, and just so nice to, like, see. And we didn't talk about it really. Like, she was like, "Oh, how's Dad doing?" Because we just see him more than she does. So I gave her, like, honest answer. But it was really just good to, like, see her and we hadn't seen her I hadn't seen her in a really long time. So
yeah, it's been a while. I know, I'm jealous. I think that.
But we're planning our trip together, the three of us, to Austin. Yeah.
Is she down?
Oh, she's like wants to plan it. Yeah, she's really excited. Yeah.
Okay, great. You guys can plan it about that.
What? No. What? No. Oh, she can plan it. Thanks, Liz.
But no, I think that. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to go visit her, this summer too when I have time. But I know I definitely was like, I was jealous that you guys were together, because like that's nice to have that touch of family a little bit. But I also think I had really fun this weekend because I had a lot of plans going on, so I was very distracted, and I think I'm grateful for that because the distractions worked in my favor for sure. Like, the week was harder for me.
Yeah,
but I don't know. That's sort of typical.
Yeah, it's up and down. I mean, we're yinning and yanging. Like, my week was fine.
Yeah, we are yin and yanging per usual.
But
yeah, I think it's just a little bit of a whirlwind. But we're going home next weekend, so that'll be fun.
Yes.
I feel like it's needed. I feel like I haven't seen our family.
Well, it's been like 3.5 weeks, which is longer, or it will be 3.5, which is longer than we usually go.
Yeah. I feel like it's like we're in a long distance relationship.
It does feel that way.
Like, it's like,
I didn't FaceTime them. Like, are they thinking about me? Do they care about me?
No, seriously. No, same.
Wait, what's the 3-week rule?
It's like a thing in like long distance where like that's like ideally the time that you want to like see each other
every 3 weeks.
Like like the longest time between, like, a month is too long. 2 weeks is ideal, but it's like that's not that realistic.
Yeah,
It's not like a rule, but I just feel like I know a lot of people that did that.
But try to keep it to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I think
Will you told me that.
Did I make it up?
Maybe.
I think I'm such a genius. I can remember my own words of wisdom. I think Will and I did that, I think.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's like we're in a good rhythm with them.
Yeah, it's funny. But you're so right. I'm like, are they mad at me? But no, it'll be good. I'm very low energy right now.
Like you don't have like low social like what type? Brain, body, everything?
Brain.
Low brain energy?
Like I feel stupid.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like
I don't think that's like mental health related. I think that's because like I didn't sleep that much and
like binge drank last night. Yeah, maybe. No, I feel that. I do. I think I slept more this weekend, like coming home from LA, than I almost ever do. Like I think I slept 12 hours last night.
So nice.
I've literally never done that.
I think I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna do it like right.
But I can't decide that that's gonna happen. Like I just woke up and was like, "Whoa, it's really late." I was stunned by that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Were you alone right now as well home?
No, Will's home. He was away for a bachelor party. He got home at 10 a.m. and then I was still asleep for multiple more hours.
Because I was gonna say, I feel like sometimes like having your bed to yourself, like you just like can cash out for longer. Because like you don't.
I'm not like usually like that, but I do. I understand that. I guess.
Yeah, I forget you like are a co-sleeper.
Yeah, I'm a really good co-sleeper. Wait, but let's like just going back to you with low energy. Like, I do feel like one of the things that I learned. I think we all as a family have learned a lot about ourselves over the last year, just in terms of how we think, process, prioritize, take advantage of time together, et cetera, et cetera. I could go on. But one of the things that like, and I know that we've touched on this, but just because we've both been sort of low energy recently, specifically today, I feel like one of the things that I think about now is I really just think about my energy levels and like where I'm expending energy. And like, if I'm putting myself in a situation that I know is going to be a big energy spend, I decide like, okay, do I have to do this?
Yeah.
Is it, if it's if I am electing to do it, do I really want to do it? Is this where I want to spend energy? And like, what am I going to have to give up if this drains me?
Yeah. You have to be more selective with it. I've also found like I need to like prepare sometimes. Like,
oh, totally. Like if I'm going out sometimes, or even if I'm like getting a drink or dinner with a friend and I'm like tired, sometimes I have to force myself to take a 30-minute nap just so I'm like recharging almost. Yeah. Or
like have like a minute alone. We won't do that in a minute, but do something. Or like the night before, like stay in, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I definitely think that is a factor for me.
Do you have like people that don't drain energy?
Yes.
Like I think I have friends that I know I can be low social battery around. And that's sort of like, it doesn't need to be black and white. It doesn't need to be like, okay, I'm going out or I'm like sitting on my couch either by myself or with Will, like watching a movie. It's like, I have friends that I can have over for like a glass of wine. I don't feel like I need to be filling the air.
No, you don't need to entertain. I also think there's certain people that I can have just like sit with me and exist and like be on my phone or like not talk, like be alone together type of thing. Is that what this is?
Yeah, alone together. Yeah. I like that.
I think that's like a comfort.
It's comforting. Like I would way rather be alone together than alone.
Oh, same.
Like I don't get like stressed. With some people I do, but with like my closest friends and family, if I'm like sitting in silence, like I'm happy to sit in silence.
Yeah.
And I think that just speaks to the relationship too. But yeah, to be able to sit in silence, like do your own thing, while the presence of the other person is there and comforting, like that is my favorite thing.
Same.
I say I hate being alone, but like that's not true at all. I love sitting and not talking, but it just like also
you're
needs
still
like
not
a warm
alone.
body in the room.
You have like the presence of someone else.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need like a warm body. But anyway.
I am so low energy, like body.
I know, I can tell. I'm sorry.
I think I'm tired.
You are tired.
I have eye bags.
No, you're fine. I'm covering mine with hat. Luckily, I have hat. No, it's like this is I don't know, like this. I think we go in and out of being tired. I think it's subconsciously emotionally draining to hit a pivotal moment like we hit this other day.
It is subconscious.
And I don't know, like about you, but part of me also when we hit, or when, I don't know, this is obviously the first anniversary like this that we've hit, but I'm always torn between wanting to like honor it and like let myself have my feelings, and between just being like, I don't want to think about that because I know it's going to make me sad. And I think I've chosen the latter. Like I've not sat and been like, okay, wow. And maybe that's why this conversation is a little harder, because I've not been like, okay, this is what's happened. I can't believe we're going through this. Like I've not even allowed myself to really cross that border. I haven't done that either. I'm sort of like,
I've made like jokes about it.
Yeah, same. And it's like defense mechanism as fuck.
Yeah. But I learned actually that humor is, did I ever say this? No. Humor is like dark humor is a really intelligent defense mechanism. Like in terms of like trauma and coping, it's actually intelligent because when you make like a dark joke or like you use dark humor, you trick your body into like laughing and feeling safe and like funny.
Yeah, but like I don't want to be one of those people who's approached in a terrible situation and like can't stop laughing.
That's
like
different.
that's like a disease.
Yes, that's completely different. I'm saying like making a dark joke is like you trick your body into like feeling better. So it's actually like an intelligent defense mecanism or coping mechanism. My trauma class said that.
That's cool. That's actually interesting.
And I was like, yes, I'm intelligent. And it's sick. But no, what was I going to say? Shoot, we were talking about, oh, yes, I definitely think I've been like avoidance of it. Like you texted me a really nice thing last night and I was out and like my friend was next to me and he was like, oh, like what is that? And I was like,
back off, bitch.
And I was like, to be honest, like you could read this. I'm not reading this right now. And then like he like gave me a really big hug and was like, you're the best, like whatever, like was very comforting. But I was like, I don't want to read this right now. I'll read it later. And then I read it later and it was really nice. But like,
so you went out as an old man last night? I don't understand.
I was like, I don't want to read this right now. Oh my God.
No, I honestly, besides sending that one text to you, I do feel like I'm sort of like putting it in a corner. Like I remember even at the anniversary of the death of like Grandma and Pop or Poppy or whatever, I would text mom and dad and be like thinking of you, like hope you're okay today. But I didn't want to even like, I just didn't want to like acknowledge or do that even for myself. Like I didn't,
it's harder to do it for yourself.
I've been talking to mom and dad, but I didn't want to like, I also don't know, like that's the type of thing where it's like, you're never going to remind me that dad has brain cancer, but I might accidentally be reminding people that it's been a year. I'm sure mom like has it down in her calendar.
Mom 100%
like made a shirt about it or something. But
they also had like a really like,
they had a good weekend.
Good weekend with friends and like, I don't know, like celebrating and things like that. So I don't know. I'm sure it's impossible that if we're thinking about it, I'm sure both of them are even more.
Yeah.
But
I think just a year is weird, especially like not to get all dark and whatever, because as we were talking about how we don't want to talk about this too late. I think a year is weird because with this illness also, like your prognosis after diagnosis,
it's like 6 months.
Yeah. Or I think the stat, it's like 5% live over a year. It's something like that. And I don't want to talk out of turn, but I do think it's 5% of the people have like 12 to 16 months.
Yes, it's
from when they're diagnosed, which is not, again, that's not today. Today was the accident, but a year, it's my timing, my understanding of how the length of a year has just changed drastically.
I think that time has a different meaning now because it's like, oh, time's so valuable, but also with this ticking time bomb, for lack of a better word, that sounds awful.
No, but it is.
It's like a year is like a very long time.
Yeah, it's a very long time, but like to your point, it's also, I don't know.
It's both.
Like, will we get a whole other year? I really hope so, and I think so. But it's just, those are the questions that I think are fogging my brain from even being able to emotionally understand how I might be feeling about the situation. Like, I feel like I'm cut off because I'm thinking like just about other stuff pertaining to the situation, but not like how I'm feeling about it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's sort of hard to unlock that door, to be honest. I also think thinking about how it's been a year and has caused at least me to sort of reflect a little bit on how dad's doing. And I don't know, it's just like thinking about progress in some ways or just his care. And I think what's interesting too is, which I didn't know, but Mom told me this recently. I guess there's like 1 or 2 more rounds of chemo and then they're taking a like break.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So I don't know how I feel about it, but I guess like that's like the standard of treatment is, or standard of care rather, is I think it's like 6 rounds and I think his last round is this weekend. Or maybe it's next. Okay. I don't know the logistics. You should ask Mom. But so he has like 1 more of the like 5 days on, 25 days off. And
23 days.
Sorry, 5 days on, 23 days off.
Because Mom's going to correct us.
She will. You're right. Thank you.
Like, detail oriented.
Like, well, remember when you got the story wrong? I'm like, oh my God. But anyway, so you saying that she might not remember it's the year, like no shot.
Obviously, she's gonna.
There's a banner.
There's a banner.
I'm just saying.
She's the best.
But yeah, I think it's interesting to think about. He's been sort of on this trajectory of the 5 days on, 23 days off, and now I think the plan is 1 more, 2 more rounds. Mom, I'm sure will correct me. But then after that, it's sort of just like waiting and healing game.
Okay.
And I think I am hopeful in the sense that like it'll give him more energy and he'll be able to sort of like, I mean, not taking the poison every day is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And gain more muscle and like gain more strength and really like heal. I think that will be really important. And then they're just like monitoring how he feels and like there'll be another scan in
May,
yes, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And then those scans periodically, but I guess like it's sort of interesting because it's also like, okay, what now? Like in between, it's like we're not doing anything, so it sort of to me stresses me out because I'm like, oh, you're not like like at least now with chemo, I'm like, oh, you're doing something to help a little. Hopefully, it's helping a little,
right. But we don't. This is the standard of care. We don't know if it's actually doing anything for him because of his biomarkers, which would indicate that chemo doesn't. Yeah, it's less effective. It doesn't mean it's not effective. It's less effective. But also, like, let's not sleep on the fact that a year ago in April, he didn't even come to diagnosis until July. So he was not treating or doing anything to actually do anything for the tumors, and nothing grew.
Yeah.
Like, nothing's grown since his accident. Which is really crazy.
It's
amazing. Knock on wood. Where's wood? It's not wood. Wood's up the ground. Shit. I've become so much more superstitious.
Same.
I have to say, I just celebrated my birthday. So many birthday candles, so many wishes like that. I'm like,
well, don't say it out loud, it'll jinx it.
I'm not saying what I wished for. I'm just saying that I wished. And
that's like one time I was home. And I was sitting on the couch with Dad, and it was 11:11, and I always kissed my phone on 11:11.
Yeah, pretty. Your phone is
yes,
really
I know.
Dirty.
I need to clean mine too, also because I kept dropping it. But I kissed my phone, and I was like, my dad was like, "What is that?" Or Dad was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, like 11:11, make a wish." And then you kiss your phone, and he goes, "Thanks." Dude,
I mean, he knows.
It was so funny though.
It's really good.
Because that's just so, again, dark humor, but to a T. It was so funny. But no, it's good. I think also Dad was telling me that he is gonna get some sort of a different type of shot to go in his back to sort of help with that pain.
Great.
So that's good because outside of back pain, which is separate than cancer, it's not from his tumors. I feel like he's doing and looking pretty good, which is amazing.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely tired, but hopefully going off the chemo will help that.
I think it will a lot. So that's positive. And that's nice, that on top of some sunshine in the summer, hopefully it stops raining.
Would be great to get him on the golf course. Yeah. I would love that. We could drive in the car.
Oh my gosh, I would be so down. I love that.
That'd be fun. I feel like I'm torn between trying to proceed with caution in terms of this next year and just trying to make it as much fun and as great as possible. And I think it's the latter that we need to lean in on.
Mm-hmm. It's a balance though too.
It is a balance. I'm not trying to be foolish, but it's I do want to just have fun, have a great summer, make memories, as cheesy as it sounds, and hope for the best. But that's sort of my plan, I guess, going into this next year. That would be I would feel very accomplished if we were able to do that. Yeah,
I think that's amazing. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to not get very wrapped up in the future and I don't know. That's, I think, something that made me feel a little down this week was thinking about the future because I oh, should I be home all summer? To spend time with them, but also I have things I want to be doing here, and I want to do back and forth.
They want you to live your life, but it's hard because my preference is to be with them all the time. It's
absolutely,
just hard.
And then it's also I'm oh, if I don't have a reason to be in person in New York, why would I ever be here? Especially in the summer. So, but I don't know.
Okay, well, that's why I'm giving you an internship.
We'll chat. But yeah, it's just back and forth a little, and I think with school ending for me and this anniversary, it's just a lot of thinking of the future. I feel which always is a little stressful in my opinion.
Listen, we're obviously very low social battery mental capacity right now. I need to be
we're very monotone.
We're very one-tone. I really need to be charged lightning cable.
I need to stick my feet into the outlet.
Yeah, same.
Oh.
Oh, yikes, dark. Yeah, we need to be revived. I'm super excited for next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go home. We actually have some great stories that our dad specifically wanted to tell on this podcast.
Yeah, and we'll get him back on, so it'll be interesting again.
Yeah, good, recent, funny. The theme, just as a little teaser, is this happening because of brain cancer, or am I just really dumb? So
it's a fun back and forth.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Tongue twister or mind tweezer.
It is neither of those things.
Okay.
We gotta recharge. But yeah, I guess Yeah, that's all I have for today. Best episode ever.
Wait, I was gonna add something. Shoot.
Oh no, you were gonna add something. That's crazy.
Wait, come on.
No, you're perfect. I'm being a dick.
Like what? No, I was thinking about low energy, and
I'm not gonna let Lucy cut the noise that you just made.
What?
A what?
What are we? So obviously, this was an episode that wasn't our best because low energy.
Let's. You know what? Let's let fans decide.
Okay, fine. Well, this was a low energy episode, which I think is very relevant to what we're doing and talking about this ebbs and flows of emotions. And maybe we have to stop recording on Sundays because I have no thoughts in my brain.
No. Authenticity. This is
real raw, authentic.
So authentic. You know those bars that are like, one date, no BS.
Yeah, RX bars. 15 peanuts. I'm like, 15 whoa.
Peanuts and no bullshit.
One date, 3 egg whites, 15 peanuts, and no BS.
And don't you dare ask for a bar with BS.
No, that's like us.
Don't
today.
Even dream of it.
We're like 2 brain cells.
1.5 microphones, saggy.
1 baseball hat.
So much BS.
0 makeup. And no BS.
No BS.
No BS.
All right, we're out.
Yeah, this gotta go.
Gotta go.
Oh.
It could have been worse.
I tried to do a peace sign and I did it wrong.